Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, folks, we are back. I'm Jason Burmis of the Infowarrior.com, sitting in for Alex Jones as we speak. Alex is on the line. Alex.
Hello, my friend. You know, I was ranting there about this control grid that they're putting into place. And already, every major industry, doctors, CPAs, school teachers, more and more groups are making them thumbprint digitally into a criminal database to have jobs. This is what the new world control grid is going to be about, and that's what we were talking about. That's why self-sufficiency is so important. And ladies and gentlemen, they have already spent 14-plus trillion. I know I've been saying 12.8 trillion. It's now 14-plus trillion in the total commitments and banker bailout, and now Congress wants $92 billion more this week. Obama's coming out saying trillions more on top of that. But they already have a blank check in the banker bailout, so when he says he wants more money, he means a new law with even more power and control. They're handing Chrysler over to Fiat, Bilderberg Group owned. We covered that in the endgame. So with all of this going on, state sovereignty is more important than ever. Look how far we've come, where governors are talking about, declaring sovereignty, and then Perry tries to make it about secession when it's not about secession. It's about putting the feds back in their place, arresting the bankers, getting control of our nation. But I wanted to bring Ted Anderson up this segment before the state senator comes on with this breaking news, because, ladies and gentlemen, I keep trying to explain to you, summer is normally, and every year we've seen until last year, way down. Precious metals are way down during the summer. Instead, it's racing up right now, just like last year, as the world dumps the dollar, as China dumps the dollar. You can just do a search on China buying up metals, and you'll see it. I believe in buying gold and silver. I bought a little bit more silver yesterday, these beautiful Lakota rounds. I believe in this, and Ted bought this stuff when gold was at $8.70, when silver was down over $1. It's now up way over that. Just absolutely amazing. Ted, explain to people, because this is such a great deal. You've got gold and silver at the price it was a couple of weeks ago, when both of them are way up right now. So folks are guaranteed to get the old price of a market that was down while the market's up. I mean, that's that's having your cake and eating it too, Ted.
It sure is. I can tell you right now, silver hit a high today of $14.18. And currently right now, $14.03. When I locked in those Lakotas at first, we were at $18.50, and then silver dropped down to about $11.50, and I was able to bring down my price for Lakotas down to $17.71. And right now, silver's up over $14 again. That's higher than it was when I originally locked it in, which means the Lakotas are going to be closer to $19 a piece rather than $17.71. So if you want to get in on something that's really at a bottom basement level, plus also, I mean, it's just so great. I mean, it's a coin right now. They're flying in the face of the Federal Reserve. And Alex, you're hitting it right on the head. I mean, that the Chinese want to get out of the dollar so bad, and they're just looking for liquidity. And that's why you're going to see inflation, and you're going to see a loss of purchasing power here at home. It's all about that TARP, and that is there's just way too much money coming into the system.
Absolutely. And Ted, let's explain to people. Back when silver was $2 lower, roughly, than it is right now, these Lakotas were selling for $25 on eBay. You've got them for $19 right now. You already sold out of what you had. More just came in on Monday. That's how I was able to get a couple rolls. That is the most gorgeous. It's got collector value, and Ted is selling it lower than you will find it anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I would move on those Lakotas. But more importantly, Ted, people need to get portable. They need to get control, not to be in this digital beast system with this digital money in the banks. Folks, you're insane if you don't at least hedge your bets and move some of your money out of stocks and bonds and cash into gold and silver. In fact, Ted, you even got some platinum and stuff. When we come back briefly, tell folks about some of the gold, some of the silver, some of the other medals you've got, and then we'll go to the senator from Oklahoma. I'm Alex Jones. This is the one, the only GCN Radio Network. Sitting in for me is Jason Burmis, but wild horses couldn't drag me away after 17 days of straight broadcasting. I'm calling in on the 18th today. I can't help it. I smell blood. We're going to bring down the New World Order, ladies and gentlemen.
Finally in the news this evening, it's being reported that cyber spies from Russia and China have now penetrated our power grid. Even as energy experts are reporting that each summer we get closer and closer to the limits of our nation's power grid, some say that this summer's demand for electrical power may finally push the grid over its edge, creating a cascade of power outages across the country, putting us all in the dark.
Are you prepared for the next round of storm-related outages or government-created blackouts? Have you ever thought about taking steps to get off the grid and generate your own private supply of electrical power? If so, this will be the most important information you have ever heard. Solar-powered generators are finally available. They have no moving parts to wear out or break and require absolutely no gas whatsoever. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Check out mysolarbackup.com before you lose your power.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
You are a rebel, admit it. You refuse to read the directions when assembling a new item. You won't ask for directions when you're lost. Once in a while, you drive in the carpool lane with only you in the car. Your neighbors call you a crackpot. And you can count your real friends on one hand. Well, join the club. Einstein failed math, quit school, and his rebel ideas led to some of the world's most amazing discoveries. Edison rebelled against the dark, failed over 1,000 times, then invented the light bulb. George Washington rebelled against an entire country and led the creation of a new one. Now, Alex Jones is working to save that very country. So go ahead, be a rebel. Put in a food supply from efoodsdirect.com. Everyone will realize you were not a nutcase after all. efoodsdirect.com. If you're going to pick something to stand for, be sure you have enough food to keep on standing. 800-409-5633. efoodsdirect.com. That's 800-409-5633.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right, we are live. It's the Alex Jones Show. I'm Jason Burmis sitting in. We're going to go to Senator Brogdon in just a moment, but finishing up with Alex Jones and Ted Anderson right now. We want to know what the best deals on precious metals are, because, again, we do want to hedge our bets. I mean, the dollar's done. The banks are just getting endless amounts of money and just keep asking for these bailouts. It can't last forever. How are you going to protect yourself? Well, you can do so through Midas Resources. Alex, Ted?
Absolutely. I was just going to, first off, commend the senator for what he's doing in this hard fight going on in Oklahoma and now all over the country. We've gone from 3 or 4 months ago, people laughing at us about the state sovereignty movement, to now the establishment's very scared, trying to demonize it, claiming we want violent secession on CNN and places. All we're saying is 10th and 9th Amendment, reassert the Bill of Rights Constitution. The states made the federal government. We can change it or abolish it. But in closing here with Ted Anderson, folks, I only promote what I believe in. And I believe in gold and silver, and I've been pushing it for the last 5-6 years, back when gold was at $300 an ounce. $360 an ounce. You know, now it's been up as high as 1,000 plus. It's going back that way. Summer's normally the dead time, and we see it up above 1,000 right now. I mean, up above 900 on gold, up above 14 on silver. I mean, there is so much going on, so much happening. So I wanted to bring Ted up just briefly because he is one of the biggest silver and gold brokers in the country. He's also a patriot, somebody, behind Congressman Ron Paul with the flights you saw all over the country, with the